Hello viewers, welcome to this video lecture series on Computer Networks Lab. In this session I shall discuss how to configure Inter-VLAN routing. So in order to give the demo for this particular experiment, I require two PCs. You can take more than two PCs also, but for minimum two PCs are needed here. So let me drag and drop two PCs. Further, I'll connect these two PCs with a switch. I require a router. I'll connect this router with the switch. Now let me tell you what exactly is this experiment and what are the different steps in order to carry out this. Very first thing is, the title itself says that Inter-VLAN. We have already seen an experiment wherein you have created a LAN, that is local area network. Now what is VLAN? VLAN is virtual local area network. See, suppose if you had taken these two PCs in one LAN, then we call it as a local area network. Now if I want to say that PC0 belongs to a different LAN and PC1 belongs to a different LAN, but still I am connecting these two PCs with one single switch, that time I can say that these two are VLANs that are getting created, and PC0 belongs to one VLAN and PC1 belongs to another VLAN. So how to create VLANs? First step is creating VLANs, and also we'll decide what type of IP addresses we can give for these PCs. So first let me write it in the label only. So I have decided to give for PC0 192.168.1.100. Okay, and for PC1 let me give 192.168.2.100. Now the very first thing, now itself you can see that there is these two IP addresses do not belong to the same subnetwork, because you can see the third octet is changed here. The third octet is 1 in this case, the third octet is 2 in this case. But still what we are doing is, though these two PCs are having IP addresses belonging to two different subnetworks, but still we are connecting with one single switch. So this is what is actually the magic here. We are trying here PC0 to get communicated with PC1 belonging to a different subnetwork, okay, within the same LAN. So for that, let us see the different steps now. So just remember, what is virtual LAN? It is a logical overlay network that groups together a subset of devices that share a physical LAN and isolating the traffic for each group. So in this case, when we say groups together a subset of devices, but here we have only one device. Like suppose if you want to have 4 PCs, then you can group 2 PCs in one VLAN and another 2 PCs and in another VLAN. So, and we have to give the numbering also to this VLAN. So how to give the number? Simply you need to assign a number to that port of the switch. So let us do that. So now let me create VLANs and provide what? The mode of switch port access. Now before moving to the mode of switch port access, first let us create the VLAN. In order to create the VLAN, what is that we need to do? We need to click to the switch. Okay. Then go to CLI. Here you will be in the user mode initially. So type enable. You'll go into the privilege mode. Then type configure terminal. You'll be taken to the configuration mode. Here you type the VLAN. The VLAN which you are creating should get created in this manner. The command is VLAN followed by VLAN number. I am giving simply the number 10 here. So a VLAN will get created here with what number? 10. Now why 10? There is nothing like you have to give 10 only. Any number can be given between 0 to 4095. Actually 4096, that is 4096 VLANs are supported by the switch, and 0 and 4095. 0 and 4095, these two are reserved. So you can give numbers starting from 2 to 4094. So this way you can give. Now just for the sake of simplicity, since we have created only 2 VLANs, we'll give one VLAN with a number 10 and another VLAN with a number 20. So once I do this, see, you can check here, it has taken to the config VLAN mode. Fine. So the VLAN is created. You simply exit from this, because now you need to create one more VLAN. Exit from here. Once again you are in the config mode. Now create one more VLAN. Write the command followed by the number. Exit. Okay. If you want to see the VLANs that you have created, you have a command show VLAN. All these show interfaces, show VLAN, all these commands need to be typed in the privilege mode only. So here what I'll do is, first I'll exit from this global configuration mode, and now I will type show VLAN. Yes, you can check here. This 10. The VLAN is created. Another VLAN with the number 20 is created. Okay, this is the command in order to check the VLANs that you have created just now. Press enter. Fine. Now this is one step here, and also we have to give this IP addresses to the PCs. No, that also will complete now. So we'll go to this PC0 desktop IP config, and I will type the IP address 192.168.1.100. Okay. So once I type this, the subnet mask is shown here. Close this. Now we'll assign the IP address to the second PC, PC1. Go to IP address, go to desktop IP config, and here you type 192.168.2.100, then subnet mask, right? So this way you have given the IP addresses to both the PCs. So this was the second step. Now 2 steps we have completed. We'll go to the third step now. Here we need to provide the mode of switch port. Now there are 2 modes possible. One is the access mode and another is the trunk mode. Now I'll tell you the difference also between these 2 switch port modes. I'll tell you now where exactly you need to assign this switch port modes. Look here, this PC which is getting connected to this port, that is, let us check this port, to which port it is connected. You have fast Ethernet 0/1. So fast Ethernet 0/1 is the VLAN created with number 10. So this fast Ethernet 0/1 should be provided with access mode of switch port. Now to give this mode, you need to click to switch. Fine. Go to the CLI mode. Go to the global configuration mode, or here itself, actually since you had clicked there the interface number, it has already taken you to the interface mode. So now you are in this interface mode, so you need to type the interface, or if you want I can tell you from the first step. So let me tell you how exactly you can go to the interface mode from the CLI. Press exit. Now see, now you are in the global configuration mode. So which interface you want to assign the access mode, you need to type that interface number here. INT is what? For interface. And what is that interface? FA 0/1. This is the interface. So it will take you to the interface mode. Now type the command. This is the command line. Switch port, give space, mode, access. As I said, only 2 modes are there. One is access and another is trunk. So to this interface you are giving the mode as access. Spelling mistake. Yes, we'll correct it. ACCESS. Enter. And this mode is to which VLAN? VLAN 10. So that also you need to type switch port access VLAN 10. Exit. Fine. I'll just keep this window aside. So all these steps are for what? To this particular port. Fast Ethernet 0/1. Okay, that one you have created. Now you come out from this, that is type exit. Okay, now you have to assign this access mode to another interface, which is this one. Okay, this interface. This interface is fast Ethernet 0/2. This is the one, fast Ethernet. You can see here we are connected to fast Ethernet 0/2. Okay. So we'll click to the switch, then we'll go to the interface mode, to which interface? Fast Ethernet 0/2. So INT FA 0/2. This is what you need to type. Then you need to give that access mode, switch port mode access, switch port mode access, and to which LAN it is? VLAN 20. Switch port access VLAN 20, exit. So why we are getting the error here is, let us check. Yes, see, these are all the errors. Normally we do it in a hurry, so we have to give a space between VLAN and then the number 20, exit. Now remaining is this interface. Okay, the one which is connected to the interface of the router. So the third interface of the switch is what? That is getting connected to the router. So for this interface number is INT-FA 0/3. So now type that INT-FA 0/3. Now you need to give the mode here, and the mode is which one here? Switch port mode trunk, exit. So what is that you have done here is, you have given the mode as trunk here, whereas for the other two, this one, the one which is connected to this VLAN, you are giving it as access, and here also the one which is connected to PC1 is in VLAN 10, so VLAN 20, so that also you are giving this interface as the access. So in this case you have given the mode as trunk here, whereas for the other two you have given as access. So what is the difference? Access port will, this one, okay, this and this access port will always accept traffic for only a single VLAN, whereas the purpose of the trunk port is to pass the traffic for multiple VLANs. Because it has to pass the traffic for multiple VLANs, the mode you need to give here is trunk. For single VLAN, you can give the mode as access. So this completes the third step in this experiment. Finally, the fourth step is, you need to configure few things in the router. So let us see what is that you need to carry out here in the router. You have connected from the switch to fast Ethernet 0/0, and you are going to configure the router. So in the configuration mode, you just type the interface, sub-interface FA 0/0.1, because you require here two interfaces, 0.1. Then for this sub-interface, you have to use the command encapsulation .1q followed by the VLAN 10, because you are using this sub-interface 0.1 for the VLAN 10. Okay, and then the IP address to this sub-interface. Followed by the subnet mask. So the same thing you are going to carry out for now the second interface, but this sub interface will be 0.2, and then you use the command encapsulation. The virtual number VLAN will be 20 here, and then the IP address will be 2.1. Then no shutdown, exit, right, exit. So this completes the router configuration. So we have done the port status on for this router interface, the main interface. Now let us see whether it is, and also I wanted to tell you what exactly were those commands. So those commands starts from here. So very simple. See, this is the first sub interface. Here is the second sub interface. FA0/0 is now having two sub interfaces, 0.1 and 0.2. FA0/0 will have two sub interfaces, FA0/0.1 and FA0/0.2. For each of these interfaces, what we are doing is we are typing the command encapsulation followed by another command .1q and the VLAN 10. Okay, now this time it is VLAN. This first time is what? VLAN 10. This VLAN 10, you are writing it here so that all the traffic that goes from VLAN 10 should be via this interface FA0/0.1 to the other network. Similarly, you have to, but actually you have to give the IP address also for this sub interface. So what is the IP address you are giving? 192.168.1.1. This is the way to give the IP address in the CLI mode. Type the command IP address followed by the IP address and the subnet mask. No shutdown, because by default it is shutdown. Now you have to type it as no shutdown, so the interface will be up. Exit. Same thing you repeat for the other sub interface. The other sub interface is FA0/0.2. Type the command encapsulation.1q, but this time it is what? For the VLAN 20, this one. Okay. Then give this IP address to the other interface of this router sub interface, 192.168.2.1 followed by the subnet mask, no shutdown, exit. Now what new thing you are writing here is encapsulation is 1 and the .1q is 1. What is the meaning of this? This encapsulation, actually this one allows you to use a router interface as a trunk port. So you are making this sub interface of the router to what? As a trunk port to the switch, because already this interface of the switch you have assigned it, you have provided it in the trunk mode only, and you are writing here .1q. .1q is a networking standard that supports virtual LANs. 0.1 interface is for the VLAN 10 and 0.2 interface is for the VLAN 20. This is the router configuration. Once you carry out all these things, so let me type here in the label also the IP addresses that got assigned here. 192.168.1.1. okay, this is for one interface. Okay, now hope from the diagram itself you can come to know that, see, there are two IP addresses here. One is for the first sub interface and another is for the second sub interface. Finally, what is that you need to verify? You have to verify now whether you can communicate from PC0 to PC1 and from PC1 to PC0. Because this time the situation is completely different. You can check here, this 1.100 is the IP address for PC0, which is belonging to a different subnetwork. Here 2.100, it is belonging to a second subnetwork. So whether you are able to communicate successfully between two networks, but still it is via a single switch. And also you should not forget to give the default gateway for these two PCs. Now this 1.100, okay, 1.100 is the default gateway is 1.1. So you have to go to IP config, now include the default gateway 192.168.1.1. so type the default gateway. Similarly here for PC1, The default gateway is what? The IP address of this interface, 192.168.2.1. And this completes the configuration of all the devices in this setup. Now let us use the ping command to check whether the communication is successful between two networks. Ping 192.168.2.1. We are 2.100. Okay, we are in 1.100. We are in PC0. We want to ping 2.100. Successful. Similar way, we'll do one thing. We'll close this and we'll check from PC1 whether we can reach PC0. Go to the command prompt and type ping 192.168.1.100. From PC1 we want to ping to PC0. Yes, successful. So this way you need to demonstrate this inter-VLAN routing. Hope the explanation is clear to you all. If you find this session useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.